Hello everybody, we're in part 2 of designing our point of sale program. So imagine you're going to Walmart or Menards or someplace, or a local store or a coffee shop. As you are the customer, you're going to be purchasing a coffee, or in this case a game. So a customer can purchase multiple coffees, multiple games, multiple lawnmowers, whatever. Each of these coffees can be purchased by multiple customers, or games, or tractors, or brooms. So anytime you're selling something, whether it's a service or a product, multiple customers can purchase the same product. Multiple products can be purchased by multiple customers. So we have a many-to-many relationship. SQL does not support a many-to-many relationship. We would put in what's called a bridge table. So sales tracks each unique interaction between, in my case, the customer purchasing a game. So if a customer purchases a game, that transaction gets a unique receipt number or sales number. That's like the invoice number. Or if you purchase something from the coffee shop, you get a receipt that probably has a number on it. That transaction contains your customer ID. So this is a one-to-many. This is a composite key is what this is called, because to make this transaction unique, it's an intersection of your customer ID with the game ID. Now every time you buy something, you're going to have a certain quantity. And we're going to store the sale date as text. We're not going to worry too much about manipulating the sale date. We're just going to store it in there. The game ID connects up to here. The customer ID connects up to here. These are primary keys in these tables. Over here, they're foreign keys, but I have PK in there because together they make up a composite primary key. This unique interaction plus this primary key integer makes each transaction unique, and that allows us to do reports later on how many games, how many Minecraft games were bought by how many customers. This customer bought how many games. We can report on any of these things using this transaction table, or the SQL parlance is bridge. I think of it as transaction. It's a bridge table. It stores the transactions between the customers and the games. Well, our next step, now that you've looked at this, when you're designing your database, which is the purpose of this assignment, make sure that you have a many-to-many relationship. And how you say that is multiple customers can buy multiple games. A customer can buy multiple games. A game can be purchased by multiple customers. That's called a business rule. So let me show you how I implemented this sample database. Just a second here, it's in there. There it is. So I created the table, TBL sales, if it doesn't exist, just like we have before. We have created unique identifiers, the primary key. For relational databases, we need primary keys. Now this is the part that connects these two tables into this guy. So this is a foreign key referencing the customer ID out of the customers table. This is a foreign key referencing the game ID from the games table. This is what connects everything together. This is unique for each transaction. We'll have a certain number of copies. We'll have the date of sale. Now we do need to put some constraints in here. Oh, sorry. We need to say that our customer ID, because how do we know which customer ID we're talking about? So in this case, this is referencing the customer ID that's here. This one references in the customers table that customer ID. So now SQL knows how to join or connect these tables together. Same thing here. This foreign key references this primary key in each of these tables. Now, one of the constraints that we're putting in here is that if we delete a customer, we're going to delete all the games they've purchased. If we delete a game, we're going to delete all the transactions. So this is a constraint so that we don't have orphaned records. All right, so let's go to our point of sale and the modifications we need to make here. One of the things that we want to do is expand our menu prompt. Oh, by the way, we do need to add sales into here. So we create our sales table. When we import our sale, we have now access to our sales table. We're going to create some new menu prompts. So we're going to put transactions here, table maintenance here, reports, and then we go to the table maintenance prompt. We can insert a publisher, a game, we can delete, we can, do things for table maintenance. Here is our transactions, add a sale, display a sale, delete a sale. I may not have all these exactly in the right place. This is still prototyping and beta testing. This will test as change as we go. And then we have all of our reports. And we can exit each of these sub menus. So here's our main menu. These guys would be sub menus. When we start the program, we create a publishers table. One of the things I added to this was something that's not in the tutorial, but I added an insert dummy data into the publishers. Sometimes when you're testing and prototyping a database and you have to make changes to the tables and delete everything and start over again, it's handy sometimes to just insert some dummy data so you can see how it works without typing in a bunch of stuff. So let's look at how that works. Here's the publishers. Let's see here. Insert into table. There it is. There's my dummy data table list. Or it's a list of tuples because records in SQLite, Python uses tuples. So here's Nintendo Japan, Sega. I used ChatGPT just to generate a quick list of information. And then I insert the dummy data, which pulls from this list. Now let's look down to, there it is. There's the insert dummy data SQL. Here's the command. So I insert the dummy data. SQLite and Python automatically knows to take a list of tuples and iterate through it and fill in all the records. So this is a quick way to insert dummy data, which is when you're prototyping or beta testing or developing a database, it's a quick way to get information in there, see if things are working quickly. I've only implemented this for the publishers, but I'll probably implement it for the others as I go through this project. All right, so back to here. That explains that. You don't have to have that, but we do need to create our tables. Our games table, we need to create our sales table, right? We have to create all of our tables that we're going to need. Oh, I did not create the customers table, did I? Okay, well, that's no good. There we go. I forgot to create the customers table and add them in here somehow. So we need import db customers. There we are. Well, you can see in my SQL, I totally forgot to put the customers table in there. So I'll fix that up. You do need your customers table. Everybody makes mistakes. All right, so I'll fix that up later on. Regardless, at this point, we're building out our menu, and I should be creating my customers table, and we're changing our menu structure so that if user input is 1, that takes us into table maintenance. And then we have these choices. And if it's, let's see, there's the delete. We display all publishers. So I'm working on adding in the pieces that I already have. That's what we're doing this week. As we move through this project, we will start filling out all of our logic in here, all of our business logic and everything that's going on. So this is our front end. We're looking at things. This is our back end. This is our database, our model view controller. This is our model. This is our view. I'm sorry, the model is the database. This is our controller. And this is our view where we see things and the user interacts with it. So I will fix this up before next week's video. See you later.